to me, Dark Universe is such an incredible achievement, and it's a place that's just designed for monster fans and for future monster fans. We used animatronics in every way we could imagine in that attraction. We have walking ones, we have flying ones, we have climbing through the rafters ones, and coming out of caskets. There's so many different ways, and we really tried to push the envelope with the animated figures to make it something you can't find anywhere else.
It really shows.
Can you tell us about the lore? What are we doing in Darkmoor? How did this village come about?
Well, if you can imagine all the stories that we told in all of our Universal monster films, going all the way back to the Phantom of the Opera, Hunchback of Notre Dame, imagine if all of those stories took place in one place. So we've kind of re-centralized everything. But what's nice about Dark Universe, and this is my hope for the future, is that if you were to go over the hill, there's more monster stories over there. If you were to go over the mountains, there's more monster stories over there. It doesn't stop with what we see today. This is just the beginning. And so we really hope that we'll bring new monsters to the story. If you go into the Burning Glade, you'll see new monsters in there. You'll see hints of new stories everywhere. And that's what we're hoping, is that we can keep expanding the classic Universal monster stories in that way.
Can you tell us, like, what's below us? What's this well over here? How does that work?
It's kind of a sad story, actually.
Okay.
So, there's a huge vampire colony that lives underground, under our feet right here in Darkmoor. So every once in a while, in order to exert their dominance, the vampires send their familiars out for a few sacrifices. Now, in the center of a regular town, there's a well where we get water from underground. You can imagine there's vampires down there. So this is actually designed for them to send blood down into the ground. So if you see those peaks there, a little bit of rust color on them, that's because it's kind of a human juicer. It allows us to juice a few villagers and send the blood down to the vampire babies down there.
And there's some catacombs as well. I know you can hear some things up front here.
That's right.
At some stairs.
Yeah, there's the catacombs actually connect beneath the ground from the cemetery all the way to the Frankenstein Manor, where you actually go down into the catacombs. And that's actually been a cause of a lot of contention here in the Dark Universe, because when Henry Frankenstein first came to town, he started doing experiments down there against the vampire's will. And so that caused a lot of problems, and when they tried to make peace, the vampires that made peace with Henry got staked, and they're actually up in the steakhouse right now with a whole bunch of steaks in them. So you can see that those catacombs are really central to the story.
Dark Universe feels like the culmination of 100 years of Universal history. It's got to have been amazing to bring something like this to the park finally.
Oh, it's the privilege of a lifetime, honestly, to be a part of this legacy and to actually bring other artists into it. We brought all sorts of famous Hollywood monster makers in to create the future of Universal Monsters, and it's just been an absolute joy.
It's amazing.
Oh, I'm so glad you
We
liked
rode
it.
Monsters Unchained earlier. I'm not normally speechless. I was.
That's really gratifying. I think our entire team of artists and technicians and technology folks will all be thrilled to hear that.
Now they need to make a movie of Victoria
Yes.
Frankenstein.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I would.
I can only hope. I can only hope.
Are there any plans to do anything during Halloween Horror Nights in this land, or?
Actually, that hasn't been discussed yet with me. I'm kind of a Dark Universe guy, so Halloween Horror Nights has a whole team just for that.